Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juggernaut, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use cheats in Hearts of Iron 4, specifically using the console commands. So, to begin, we need to open up the console. And I should, before we begin, actually give a word of warning that this is a very basic video on how to use cheats that is mostly for players that are new to Hearts of Iron 4 and new to Paradox Grand Strategy games in general, because in most games... specifically in most Paradox Grand Strategy games, what you do is you open up the console, type in help, and voila, you see the list of commands, and that's how you cheat in practically all of their games, especially since EU3, I believe? Could have been... No, actually, Europa Universalis Rome as well. Completely besides the point. However, how do you open up this console? Well, you need to hit the tilde key on standard US keyboards. If you don't have a standard US keyboard, Alt-1-2 might open it. I've heard that some of the F keys, like the F10, 11, 12, something like that, might open them as well. I'm not sure. You're going to need to look it up, but on a standard US keyboard, you hit the tilde key. That is the button above the tab button, and left of the number 1 key. There it is. On standard US keyboards, you hit that. And, I don't quite understand why there's a dog. Is that a dog? Yeah, that's a dog. I don't quite understand why there's a dog there. It doesn't really matter. Then you go ahead and type in help. And you get the list of all commands you can use in this game. It is important to understand what each and every one of these does. Well, maybe not each and every one of them, but the ones you want to use. So, if you're not sure about what some of these commands do, you can also type in help space the name of the command that you want to see, what it does. So, for example, help space XP gives Army, Navy, and Air experience to player. There you go. So, how do we actually use them? Let's actually use a couple of them and see how they work. So, for example, you can go PP, that's political power, and 1, and it'll add 1 political power. You can do manpower, let's add 1,000, and it will add... Okay, let's add more than 1,000. 10,000. There you go, it will add 10,000 manpower to you. The player, of course. There is one more cheat that I want to show you specifically, and as for all the others, you can try them yourselves, and if you have any problems with them, of course, you can ask me down in the comments below, and I will tell you if I know the answer, of course. Yeah, also, if you have any problems opening the console, or, whatever, go ahead and ask me down in the comments, and I shall respond as soon as I can. That said, I want to show you how to use logistics, because that's one of the most finicky and one of the most tricky cheats that there is, and it's very useful. So, logistics is this screen right here. You have various types of vehicles and equipment that your army needs. For example, infantry equipment, motorized tanks, and stuff like that. To add equipment, you go ahead and open the console and type in add_equipment. That was totally unprofessional, and I apologize for it. Now, you need to add how much? Let's say 1,000. And what? Now, you look at what you need from this screen, but this is not what you type in. For example, if you want light tanks, you don't type in light tank, because the game doesn't know which light tank you want. So, we go over to production, and here you type it in. So, it's infantry equipment space 1, right? And maybe we want to change that to infantry equipment 2. As soon as I research it, of course. Or maybe you want heavy tank 1. You would type in heavy tank 1. Let's try it with, what are we desperately lacking in logistics right now? It would be towed artillery 2, right? So we go over to production and see what it's called. It is called Toad Anti-Air. Toad... where is it? Toad Artillery 1. Switch that to Toad Artillery 2. And it's actually not called Toad Artillery, it's called Improved Artillery. So you type in that. Yeah, the capital letters do matter, as I found out. And there you go. Isn't that lovely? So you find the name for the cheat here, but over here you look for what you need. That's why it's kind of finicky, and I wanted just to show you that, as it's probably one of the most common cheats that you're going to be looking forward. You're going to be looking to learn how to use, and they're a bit difficult to explain with just words. So I want to show you that. Anyways, there we go. That is how you use the console and how you add various things, various various things like manpower, political power, experience, and so on and so forth. To your nation. There we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video and if you found it helpful. If not, of course, the dislike button is right there. But until next time, I bid you farewell and take care.